Welcome to the 1% Morning, the fourth and final part of this audiobook. If you missed any of the earlier parts, check out the description down below for the playlist. Over the past 3 parts, we built your morning routine from ground up. Quick wins, powerful routines, mindset, energy, and environment. Now it's time to make it yours. In this final section, we'll lock in your routine, connect it to your bigger purpose, and challenge you to live it out for the next 30 days. If you made it this far, you're not just listening, you're ready to change your mornings for good. Subscribe to Better Life Library for more audiobooks like this. Hit like and drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you.
Chapter 8. Personalizing Your Routine for Life. The best morning routine isn't the one that sounds impressive. It's the one that fits. It fits your season. It fits your energy. It fits your responsibilities, your values, your life. The truth is, routines are meant to evolve. What works for a single entrepreneur might not work for a parent of 3. What works in the summer might not work in the dark of winter. What works this year might be impossible next year. And that's okay. This chapter is about building a routine that serves you, not one you serve. One that can bend and flex with your life without breaking. How to test, adjust, and evolve your morning. Let go of the idea that you'll find a perfect routine once and stick with it forever. Instead, think like a scientist. Test a version of your routine for a week. Observe what works and what creates friction. Tweak and retest until you find something sustainable. Ask yourself, what gives me the most energy? What helps me feel grounded? What do I actually look forward to doing in the morning? What's draining or unrealistic? The goal isn't to follow someone else's structure. It's to find a rhythm that makes you feel clear, focused, and in control. Even 5 minutes of intentional action is better than 30 minutes of guilt or overwhelm. Adapting routines to seasons, travel, kids, and career shifts. Your morning needs to be built with change in mind. Because real life happens. A newborn starts waking up early. Your job switches to night shifts. You travel across time zones. Winter arrives and your 6 a.m. run becomes a 6 a.m. blizzard. Instead of forcing your old routine through your new reality, adapt with intention. Traveling? Create a portable version. A 10-minute stretch in the hotel room. A gratitude list on your phone. A quick bodyweight workout using a timer app. New baby in the house. Shift to micro-routines. 5-minute windows while the house is quiet. Prayer while feeding. Planning while the coffee brews. Busy season at work. Focus on the one habit that grounds you, even if it's just 3 minutes. Consistency doesn't mean rigid repetition. It means showing up in a way that works today, even if that looks different from yesterday. Templates for different lifestyles. Here are a few adaptable morning templates, not to copy exactly, but to spark ideas based on where you're at. The Parent Power Routine, 20 minutes. 10 minutes of movement, walk, yoga, push-ups beside the crib. 5 minutes of gratitude or prayer. 5 minutes planning while packing lunches or sipping coffee. The Remote Worker Reset, 30 minutes. 10 minutes journaling with no screen time. 10 minutes focused reading or learning. 10 minutes walking or stretching outdoors to anchor your day. The Student Clarity Routine, 15 to 25 minutes. 5 minutes reviewing your schedule. 10 minutes mindfulness or breath work. 10 minutes reading a book not for school, just to learn. Your life will shape your routine, but your routine can also shape your life. So instead of chasing what others are doing, ask, what does my current season require? The 3-tier method, minimum, ideal, ultimate. One of the best ways to stay consistent, especially through changing circumstances, is to create tiers of your routine. Here's how it works. Tier 1, the minimum routine. Your non-negotiables. Takes 3 to 10 minutes. Even on bad days, you can do this. Example, drink water. Say a quick prayer. Write down one priority. Tier 1 is your, I'm exhausted but I'm still showing up routine. Tier 2, the ideal routine. This is your typical balanced morning. Takes 20 to 40 minutes. You do this most days. Example: 10-minute workout, 5-minute journaling, 10-minute goal setting, 10-minute reading or prayer. It's flexible, solid, and sustainable. Tier 3, the ultimate routine. Your full, high-performance version. Takes 60+ minutes. You do this on weekends, vacations, or days when you have more space. Example: full workout, long meditation, detailed journaling, strategic review and weekly planning, learning or spiritual study. The magic of this system is that it gives you permission to adjust without quitting. You're never off track, you're just shifting tiers based on the day. And that flexibility leads to long-term consistency. Your routine, your rules. There's no prize for having the most impressive morning routine. Only results that compound or routines that collapse. So here's your job. Know your season. Be honest about what's realistic. Choose what energizes and anchors you. Build a routine that you're proud of, not because it looks good on paper, but because it works for you. In the next chapter, we'll pull it all together with a 30-day challenge. You've got the tools. Now, let's turn insight into action. Chapter 9. The Morning plus the Mission, Connecting Purpose. Discipline is powerful, but without purpose, it eventually breaks down. You can force yourself out of bed for a while. You can push through a workout. You can check the boxes. But if there's no deeper reason, no why behind the routine, it won't last. That's why the most meaningful morning routines aren't just systems of productivity. They're moments of alignment. Your morning is your daily chance to remember who you are, what you're working toward, and why it matters. Without that, you'll still move, but you might not make real progress. Discipline is a tool, not the foundation. Discipline gets you started, but purpose keeps you coming back. When excitement fades, when motivation dips, when you're tired or stressed, the question isn't, can I stay disciplined? The real question is, do I still believe this matters? If your only reason for waking early is to be more productive, that works, until you burn out. But if your reason is to be present for your kids, to build something meaningful, to honor your faith or values, to become the kind of person who follows through, now you're rooted in something deeper than willpower. Purpose is what turns a task into a calling. Mornings are sacred. Make them reflect that. The early hours are often the only time you truly have to yourself. No demands, no noise, no expectations. Use that space to reconnect with what matters. Read something that grounds you. Journal about your vision or fears or hopes. Reflect on a big goal you've set. Ask, what would make today meaningful? Even 5 minutes of purpose-driven reflection can reframe your entire day. Because when you start with intention, you make better choices. You resist distractions. You recover faster when you get off course. You're not just surviving your schedule. You're living on purpose. Aligning your routine with your long-term mission. Your morning routine should be more than just efficient. It should be aligned. That means the actions you take in the morning are in sync with who you want to become, what you want to contribute, how you want to feel and show up. If your long-term mission is to become a calm, focused leader, then rushing through emails first thing probably doesn't support that. If your mission is to write a book, then spending 10 minutes writing in silence might matter more than 30 minutes scrolling. If your mission is to be healthy for your family, then starting your day with movement isn't just exercise, it's integrity. Ask yourself, does my morning routine support my values, or just fill my calendar? Real progress is when your habits and your mission are moving in the same direction. Movement versus progress. Just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're moving forward. You could be active every morning and still feel stuck. You can check off habits and still feel empty. That's the difference between movement and progress. Movement is about activity. Progress is about direction. They're not the same. The right question isn't, how much did I do this morning? It's, did what I do bring me closer to who I want to be? You don't need more noise, more checklists, or more pressure. You need alignment, habits that actually serve your mission. And that mission doesn't have to be grand. It just has to be yours. Your morning as a mirror. Your morning doesn't just prepare you for the day. It reflects how you see yourself. Are you reacting or responding? Are you surviving or creating? Are you aligned with your deeper mission or just chasing motion? Every morning is a chance to return to the person you're becoming, to live with intention, to move with purpose, to lead from within. This is where routine becomes rhythm, and rhythm becomes identity. In the final chapter, we'll pull everything together and walk through a 30-day challenge to help you live this out for real. You've learned the strategies. Now it's time to build the streak. Chapter 10. 30-Day Challenge. Win the morning. You've got the tools. You've seen the routines. You know what's possible. Now it's time to make it real. This final chapter is a 30-day challenge designed to help you build a consistent, personalized morning routine, one that works for your life, your goals, and your current season. No perfection, no pressure, just progress, 1% at a time. How the 30-day challenge works. You'll choose one of 3 tiers, each one crafted around your available time and energy. 1. The 5-minute wins routine. 2. The 30-minute builder. 3. The 1-hour mastery routine. You can switch tiers based on the day. That's not failure. That's flexibility. The goal is to build a rhythm, not chase a streak of perfection. You'll also have a printable or digital tracker, simple journal prompts to check in with yourself, a reflection point every 7 days to realign and reset. This challenge isn't about intensity, it's about integrity. Showing up again and again with purpose. Tier 1. The 5-minute wins routine. For the busy, overwhelmed, or just getting started. Pick 3 of the following habits each morning or repeat the same ones. Drink 1 to 2 glasses of water. Write down 1 to 3 things you're grateful for. Do 20 jumping jacks or 10 push-ups. Set a 1-minute timer and breathe deeply. Write your top 1 to 3 priorities for the day. Stand outside in natural light for 2 minutes. This tier is your baseline, something you can do anywhere, anytime, no matter what. Tier 2. The 30-minute builder. For those ready to layer in movement, reflection, and direction. Example routine. 10 minutes movement, walk, stretch, hit yoga. 5 minutes journaling or prayer. 10 minutes planning or goal review. 5 minutes reading something inspirational. You can build your own version using the move, reflect, plan framework from Chapter 3. This tier is for momentum. It sets your focus and energy for the day. Tier 3. The 1-hour mastery routine. For high performers, weekend warriors, or those in a focus season. Choose from one of these templates. Option A. Robin Sharma's 20/20/20 formula. 20 minutes movement. 20 minutes reflection. 20 minutes learning. Option B. The custom 30/15/15 split. 30 minutes workout or walk. 15 minutes journaling, breathing, or prayer. 15 minutes calendar review, planning, or deep reading. Option C. Hal Elrod Savers. Silence, affirmations, visualization, exercise, reading, scribing. 5 to 10 minutes each. This tier is about alignment and mastery. It's not for every day, but it's a game changer when you can commit to it. Journal prompts for weekly reflection. At the end of each week, take 5 to 10 minutes to reflect with these prompts. What part of my routine felt most energizing this week? What habit did I resist and why? What small shift could make next week easier or more enjoyable? Did my morning align with who I want to become? You can write, record a voice note, or just think through these over a cup of coffee. The goal isn't deep analysis, it's self-awareness. Progress comes from reflection. Tracking wins without perfectionism. Consistency isn't doing the same thing every day. It's showing up in some form, especially on the hard days. So instead of all or nothing thinking, use the check the box method. Did I complete Tier 1, 2, or 3 today? Mark it. Did I do at least one intentional habit? That counts. Did I start the day with purpose, even for a moment? That's a win. Keep a wall calendar, notebook, or habit tracker. Cross off each day. Celebrate the streak, but don't mourn the miss. If you skip a day, don't skip twice. Reset tomorrow. No guilt. No delay. 1 skip day is human. 2 is a pattern. 3 becomes a story. You choose which one you tell. Final thought, this is just the beginning. This challenge isn't about mornings. It's about momentum. It's about reclaiming your time, your energy, your attention, and your identity before the world starts pulling at it. It's about showing up imperfectly, consistently, and intentionally. That's the 1% principle. Small wins, big results. If you finish this 30-day challenge, you won't just have a routine. You'll have a rhythm, a foundation, a quiet confidence that you can build on in your health, your work, your mindset, your life. Your morning is your launch pad. And now it's yours. Conclusion: make every morning a 1% investment. You don't need to change your life overnight. You just need to own your morning, one small step at a time. Let's review what we've covered. You learned that mornings matter more than most people realize. They shape your mindset, energy, and direction for the day. You saw how 5-minute wins, like hydrating, breathing, or writing down a goal, can spark momentum before the world even wakes up. You built out 15 to 30-minute morning stacks for movement, clarity, and focus, practical routines for real life. You explored 1-hour power rituals used by some of the most successful people on the planet. You learned that mindset matters more than motivation, and that small habits rooted in identity and purpose go further than willpower ever will. You took a deep dive into energy as the real currency, learning how sleep, light, and fuel make your habits easier to follow. You designed your environment, leveraged cues and rituals, and adapted your routine to fit your lifestyle, not someone else's blueprint. You aligned your morning with your mission, your long-term goals and values, so your routine isn't just productive, it's meaningful. And you walked through a 30-day challenge to put all into practice, with flexibility, reflection, and a system that doesn't break when life gets messy. That's not just a toolkit. That's a foundation. The compound effect of showing up. The 1% morning isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. 1 intentional habit a day. 1 quiet victory. 1 micro decision that says, I care about who I'm becoming. I take responsibility for how I show up. I choose action over autopilot. These choices compound. You won't see the change in 1 week, but in 1 month, 1 year. The difference is staggering. It's not just about productivity. It's about identity. When you show up every morning, even in a small way, you're casting votes for the person you want to become. And over time, those votes add up. That's how real growth happens, not through radical overhauls, but through steady, quiet ownership. Final encouragement: it's not about time, it's about you. Don't let the clock intimidate you. You don't need an hour. You don't need to wake up before the sun. You just need to decide. Decide that your mornings matter. Decide that your future is worth 5 minutes of intentional effort. Decide that your habits are a reflection of your values, not your circumstances. This isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming present, and powerful, and consistent, and grounded in purpose. So whether you start with water, breath, movement, or stillness, start. Because the morning isn't just another part of your day. It's the part where you lead yourself, 1 small win at a time. This is your invitation, your reset button, your launch pad. Welcome to the 1% morning.
And that's the end of the 1% morning. You now have everything you need to take control of your mornings, and by extension, your days. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about showing up, one small win at a time, 1%, until your mornings become a natural rhythm that fuels the rest of your life. If you commit to the 30-day challenge, you'll see just how quickly those small actions compound. Thank you for spending the time with us. If this audiobook helped you, subscribe to Better Life Library for more like it. Hit like and share it with someone who could use a reset in their mornings. Your mornings are your launchpad. Now go out and own them.